Like most creation stories, this one begins
when there was nothing but bare land. There was nothing. And I thought, well, we should have a nice central point of some sort.
And to paraphrase the book of Genesis, he made it so. That inside this very pyramid is
the bronze plaque that marks the official center of the world.
Which is why I, like so many people before me, came here. Except
I can't go in there today.
No.
Not today. Sorry, center of the world is closed. Pardon our dust.
The pyramid is dirty and locked up when we are off season.
Trained to thread his way through the trees, a jumper lands safely.
Long before a Frenchman named Jacques-André Istel was at the center of the world, he was a big deal in the parachuting world.
But I was considered absolutely crazy.
To make a long story short, and as you'll learn, Jacques is an expert at summarizing things.
We prove that sport parachuting could be safe.
He is considered the father of sport parachuting.
Enough about parachuting.
Okay, then. Anyway, Jacques, a retired U.S. Marine and Korean War veteran, wasn't finished making history. He bought some property in the middle of a desert between Arizona and California. He built his own town and settled there with his wife, Felicia.
And since my wife's name means happiness, what could be better than call the town Felicity?
And Jacques saw that it was good, but desolate. Which is why he came up with his pyramid scheme.
The intent was to have Felicity in the middle of nowhere look interesting.
The official center of the world.
The center of the world can be anywhere. The center of the universe can be anywhere. But this was set by law and recognized by some foreign countries.
But Jacques, you see, was the first to do it. And he and Felicia built other monuments in their backyard. Jacques built a church on top of a hill. Oh, and he built the hill, too.
Did you fund all this? Did you pay for all this yourself?
None of your business. Next question.
Okay, so anyway, some people thought Jacques was a kook.
Well, I've graduated to being a partial kook.
Well, some people pay Jacques a few dollars for a certificate saying they stood on the center of the world, when it's in season, of course.
And actually, the pyramid has paid for itself 2.5 times so far. Obviously, I knew that building a pyramid and putting a plaque in it as the official center of the world was ludicrous, and I would be laughed at. But
the center of the world for this old parachutist was a jumping-off point.
Then
Jacques did something monumental.
We started building granite monuments.
Okay, so first he dedicated a stone monument honoring Korean War veterans. Then
it evolved. It's the Museum of History in Granite. It became an incredibly interesting challenge.
To make a long story short,
this is the history of the United States in granite.
Pocahontas, the Mayflower, Boston Tea Party, slavery, the Louisiana Purchase,
the frontier days,
blues music, the Civil War,
aspects of American art,
sports, poetry and literature,
James Thurber,
energy consumption, Mickey Mouse, the national debt.
You have a Big Mac.
No, I have a hamburger.
Big Bird, rock and roll, terrorism.
The Secretary of Beer. This cabinet post was proposed in 1809 by President James Madison.
Was that important enough to put it into granite?
The Secretary of Beer?
Enough said. Why? Why do all this?
Why not? And then we have some other histories. Over there, the history of humanity in granite.
The Big Bang, bacteria, creationism, evolution, Moses, Jesus, Abraham, Muhammad, Egypt, India, Greece.
Why not just put all this in a book?
Jacques told his engineers to construct these monuments so they would last at least 4,000 years.
Granite lasts a little longer than the average book.
That's almost as long as humans have been recording the history that Jacques is recording to begin with. The Roman Empire, Hinduism, every language ever spoken.
The idea is to leave something of our era for scholars and students of the future.
Placed end to end, Jacques has over a mile of history etched into Missouri red granite.
Now this is a terrific panel.
And he's still going.
When will this project end?
Never.
What is your historical marker going to say, your tombstone?
I'm not at all sure that I want a historical marker. Thank you very much.
Okay then, but Jacques concedes he'd settle for a Roman proverb.
If you want to know about him, look around you.
Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed the Travel Jerk, and I hope you subscribe to our channel, Amazing Gravy, so you can catch all the great content, wherein we will be adding more Travel Jerk episodes to the playlist. You can also get content on Instagram, Twitter, and the Facebooks. Thank you, Internet. This is what my career has come to, sitting alone in my backyard talking to a camera with nobody behind me.